For the next few minutes, we ask that you take everything you've ever learned about third world missions and leave it behind. This isn't an experiment. This isn't simply a good idea. This isn't just a really compelling charity. This is real time. This is strategic. This is building a nation, tribe by tribe, village by village, and family by family, so that a people impoverished and broken can one day stand on their own. This is now.
Please join us as we journey into Tanzania. The African continent is devastated by poverty, disease, war, and history. But there's a new slavery in Tanzania. Tanzanian children under the age of 5 are almost 15 times more likely to die than American children. Tanzanians will barely make it to age 53. AIDS kills 86,000 Tanzanians per year. This is the world's 4th highest total. Tanzania sits on the Indian Ocean, just south of Kenya and east of Congo. The population is 42 million. 4 million are considered totally unreached. Most Tanzanians survive on less than $1 per day. Tanzania is one of the world's poorest nations. Less than 0.125% of the land is irrigated. Still, Tanzania is home to Africa's largest refugee population, 500,000 people. The CIA considers Tanzania's risk of contracting several diseases very high. Each one of these killers is easily stopped by basic antibiotics. Where we're going, this is what civilization looks like. In Luke 4:18 and 19, Jesus tells us how to reach them. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, for he has anointed me to bring good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim that captives will be released, that the blind will see, that the oppressed will be set free, and that the time of the Lord's favor has come.
Finding the neglected goes like this. What you see is what you get. Ministry is limited by what you can see from the path you have chosen. But there are many places where there are paths that cannot be seen, and people that simply do not get reached. Sometimes the only ones that see them are the birds in the sky. The times have changed, and we have the bird's eye view. With the images captured by the satellites that circle the Earth, we can identify the people that are beyond the path and out of sight. Now there is no one that cannot be found, provided for, and reached with the gospel. Overland Missions uses the view of neglected areas from above and divides them into manageable sectors that average 10,000 square miles apiece. A sector manager is then put in place to travel and find what condition a village is in. When the information is there, the care will follow. From a base location within each sector, evangelism, discipleship, and humanitarian efforts will fan out into the sections. These departments of Overland Missions will play a vital part in reaching each location. Evangelistic expedition teams will reach into an area and establish the message of the gospel that is in Jesus Christ as the building blocks in their lives. Then the rural pastors network comes in as an apostle, training church leaders and strengthening the local body. People then can grow into the revelation and knowledge of God. With headway made for the spiritual needs of the area, Overland's humanitarian aid arm can help meet the desperate physical needs with the Life and SAM projects. The HIV/AIDS crisis has created a situation where parents die before their children. They don't even get to see their kids grow up. The meds exist in the cities, but people simply can't get to them. The Life Project will transport the meds to the people, giving the HIV-infected parents more time with their kids. Villages struggle with two main things: disease and shortage of food. Because food is in such short supply, co-op gardens are planted in the villages. The food from the gardens feed the people, and then the extra vegetables are sold to bring in income, creating stability for the villagers. The bird's eye view now gives us the ability to strategically change massive areas of forgotten people. The deciding factor of a village being reached does not depend on whether it can be seen from the road, as all is now in our view. It is now up to the church to move into these sectors, preach Jesus Christ, feed them spiritually, and meet their physical needs until the gospel has had its full effect. God has entrusted us with the nations, and the church will change them one sector at a time.
$11.4 billion is given to foreign missions annually. Only 1% of that money makes it to people who have never been reached before. That's why our ministry begins where the road ends. And the body of Christ will be built even if it's one brick at a time. The burdens are heavy and the laborers are few.
Kwa maana hakuna jambo lisilowezekana kwa Mungu.
For there is nothing God cannot do.
We are Overland Missions. Stand with us.